we focused on one of the articles that we succeed in focusing on is the Bull company, which is a French company having links with an Israeli company that is selling an Israeli technology. And within our own investigations, we discovered that this company is owned by former officers in the Mossad agency in Israel. So we alerted the government and the Ministry of Telecommunication that it is not not accepted for this company to having a contract or to be contracted to manage all our IT system, because this is a big breaking for our security from the Israelis. They announced later that the Ministry of Economy, which is the ministry responsible about investigating every company that must be boycotted by the Lebanese government and private sector, but they said that they freeze the contract and now they will investigate more regarding the Bull company. Resistance to Hizbullah, they have their own funding by having donations from institutions outside and inside the country, and also from people and citizens around the world. They have their own donations from the zakat, which is a religious process of having donations, and also they have the foreign aid from Iran and from other countries. Here, if you go and ask the people about the way that Hizbullah is spending money, they have three words. They are fast, they are organized, and they are not corrupt. This is the main three descriptions and terms that the people are saying about Hizbullah, especially after the reconstruction of the country. Here, the people, they have no confidence in the government. For example, my village is displaced since 1984, and until now they are waiting the government and they didn't get any penny. And the people that they were displaced during this war, 3 days after ceasing fire, they got a first relief, which is $12,000 for renting a house for 1 year, and Hizbullah promised to build their homes again within 1 to 2 years, which is something very important for the people in order to continue life without any troubles, because more than 500,000 of people, they lost their house, their houses, and also a lot of their industry. So raising the question of funding is important in Lebanon, but people here is concerned to continue life, and they don't care whether these money are from where this money is coming from. The only thing that they care that they gonna get this money, and this is what happened in regarding to Hizbullah. But speaking about the government, until now there is a lot of big question marks regarding all the aid that they came. Not all of them were distributed. There is hundreds of stories about corruption and untransparent way of distributing the aid. Until now the government didn't launch a plan to give people money in order to build again their homes.
It has two lines of work: a political work, which is an anti-war political work against the Israeli aggression on Lebanon and against imperialism in general in the Middle East and all over the world. It attacks on political level in the politics of relief and the politics and anti-imperialist politics. And the level of relief, it works on direct relief and on community organization and community development. And basically, it talks with people onto trying to sustain themselves even in time of crisis and after the time after. That's what we call community organization. Basically organizing people so they can join their efforts into creating more practical solutions for their own communities, which is not something we don't actually have to work a lot on, because in the South there is a long tradition of self-organization. And you can go to a village and find the people's community already existing.
The West accuses the Islamic groups of being gay, homophobic, and to be against women's rights, and they use this as an excuse to attack the Middle Eastern countries. And then we go into the same cycle. A country occupying another country, people become more extremist, and they become, against human rights as promoted by the West. So it's a cycle. So I think, of course, extremist groups, if it's in the Arab countries, the Islamic groups, the same thing of the extreme right in Europe, the same problem. We need to deal with extremes. We need to find why people are becoming Islamists and why they're becoming extremists. And I think the reason is that they keep getting attacked here every day. There's injustice somewhere, and people need to run from this injustice, and they go into religion and the extreme side of the religion. So, as a gay group, we're somehow trapped between these two movements. The Western countries who are using our rights as gay groups, or the women rights to attack these Arab countries, and some Islamist group in the Arab countries, they reject gay rights and women's rights, considering it as a phenomenon coming from the Western countries who are attacking us. So we're trapped into the middle. So we're trying to prove that no, we are still from Lebanon, from the Arab country, and we were asking for our rights. We don't need any Western country to come here and fight for our rights, and we don't want to be take side with the Islamic groups neither. So we want to find an alternative to all this.